Right then, welcome. This video is a fix on the floor which has a delamination issue caused by a leaking roof window, which has now been fixed. So anyway, idea of the game is, got this stuff, about 22 quid on eBay with postage, not too bad, complete syringe, the dowels, and then the 2-part epoxy that you pump into the floor. Right, back to that in a minute. Right, what we got here, I've circled and marked the area that's suffering with the spongy floor. It seems to be confined to just here underneath the window, so as per the instructions it says in there I gotta do a 6-inch grid. So what I did was I got a 90-degree off this piece, and then a 6-inch piece of, you could use wood or paper or card or whatever, this just happens to be a tile. But there you go, put it down on your 90, come straight down, work off that, then come down off the other side of the 90, boom, come down, voila, you have a load of grids. So it says it's important here that when you drill through this, you can go through the foam slightly, but not all the way to the underfloor. Now obviously, if you do go through, that's it. You're just going to leak your resin straight out the bottom. So, what my solution to this issue was, I got my 8mm drill bit, and I got a small deep reach socket. So that's my 8mm, that corresponds with the dowels that comes with the pack. And then I've got this, which is a 11mm deep reach socket. Just happens to fit the drill bit through. So by the time I chuck this in the chuck, when I drill through, obviously it won't go any deeper than that, so I'll know where I am. So yeah, on to the next bit. Now drilling these holes, let's have a go. Obviously it does say not to do this on a very warm day, and today is, well, it's shaping to warm up, put it that way. Let's have a look here. So there you go. I would say that floor there is about, God, it's only about a 4mm plyboard, so you don't need to go through far at all. I was originally going to use a piece of tape on here, but I thought that's not good because as the wood travels up the drill bit, it tends to get stuck on the tape, which can be a bit of a hindrance. And at least this way, you can hold it by the drill bit and get this done really quick. So I'll probably fast forward this bit. That feels good for there. So obviously here, all feels solid. Maybe another put another one in there just for good measure. There you go. Job's good. So, right. Aim of the game now, get this area clean, ready for working. Check you haven't missed any holes anywhere, because once you have mixed this stuff, you are governed by about 20 minutes worth of time. So, right, we have that all done. Obviously I could be quite fussy here and get the brush and the hoover, but let's face it, I ain't got time for that, and you don't want to watch this floor while I'm out there getting the hoover, so I'll stick with it. We get this done. Stick on this pig and get the fuck out of here. Right then. The delamination must be kept very cool day evenings. Right then, hello again. I had to leave it because basically it got too hot, and this tub on the lid basically says if you mix this and it's above 15 degrees, the world will end, the tub will melt, everything will burn. It's just going to be carnage. So I've had to come back in the night with this. The temperature now is definitely below 15 degrees, but luckily all the prep work was done earlier and will be on the video prior to this. So Now we're going to go ahead and mix the epoxy resin, then pump it into the floor, add the dowels, tidy stuff. So what I'm going to need to do this, so I've obviously got a mixing stick and somewhere to put the mixing stick once it's done. A pair of pliers just in case you don't want to get your hands sticky. Obviously you've got your dowels, I've already got some out by here now. And then you'll need a hammer, which I have here, a lighter, because that's always important for lighting your fag, and most importantly of all, your brew. So right, let's do this. Mix up this. This basically a clear liquid in here. Suggest not getting this on your hand or your furniture or anything, so work smart and it'll save cleaning up. So this is like a yellowy mixture, just pour A into B, mix, and then you've got about a 25 to 30 minute working time. It does suggest not doing part mixes, probably because they want you to buy two, but hey, you can't blame them, can you? So right, that's that, into here, mix this up. Luckily the world hasn't ended yet and nothing's set on fire and the tub hasn't melted, so far so good. Right then, it's a bit more viscous than I thought it would be. It's quite liquidy, so that's going to help it soak in. Right then, it's now turned into a uniform colour, so tidy. First, one thing to note, work your way back to the door. So always work with your back to the door. Same if you're laying any flooring anywhere, always work with your back to the door. So this fits into the drilled holes that I drilled earlier. I'm going to fill this up. Fill up to the top. In she goes until she's tight. You're going to feel that going. There you go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come along, I'm going to pump this one in. Stick that in there for a minute. There you go, you can feel it busting through the actual foam that's there. There you go, that's started coming through this hole, so I'll stick one in there. Get one ready. I'll probably stick a bit more in there. There you go. So once it comes out and it breaks the surface, you can then put this in. I wouldn't put those dowels in there until it's spilling out the top. Obviously, once they're all in, I will be giving them all a whack and making sure they're all down properly. This syringe is a bit of a pig, I gotta admit. There you go. There you go, that's kid by child by mistake there, see that? Finger straight in it. I can feel this is actually, as it's going in, it's pressing the foam. I can see this is under quite a bit of pressure now. Oh, what did I say about getting down the furniture? Not good. So another thing I'd suggest probably having here is a towel, just in case that exact situation happens to you. So it wasn't very pleasurable. unfortunately I should... Probably another good thing to do would be to turn your water on in the place. So you could wash your hands, because I've got to be honest, this stuff burns slightly. There we go. This bit here is obviously quite hollow. I can see it's creeping up to the surface, but it's not quite there yet, so keep going. And the funny thing is, I can actually see here that it's filling these holes up pretty quickly as well. So it's actually seeming to travel under here quite a distance. And as I say, the foam is present, it's not completely degraded. Sounds a bit like farting. Very nice. Right, I've calculated here, I've got 20 holes, and I'd say I've done, well, I've done 8 now by now, and we're about halfway through the mixture, so it's not very nice stuff to get on your hands, possibly. Where I got a bit of overspill here, I can actually use this as a sort of levelling compound so you don't have to worry about it too much. If you've got any lows, obviously, you can fill them in with this. nails may go down all the way. They may sit a little proud. Whatever happens, you can always shave them off using a hand plane, or if they're a little prouder than that, you could possibly use a wood chisel. Not rocket science. Although I did think this set would go a little further than it has. And they're coming through now. Right, and this is not going to be a case of how big an area it does. It's going to be a case of how many holes it fills. I think 16 is going to be about it if we're lucky. Oh, mind you, seeing that one wasn't so far down. Right then, so that's it. 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 holes done. That's probably, well, it's not covered that big an area really. 20 quid fix, so what can you say? Right, so everything now is spent. I can chuck all that in there to go to the tip. Gonna go and wash my hands with some turps, and then I will get back to you all in the morning once it's dry. So good night all. Good morning everyone. It's the morning after the night before, and I've come to check on the lovely floor. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Check that out. Right then, floor looks a little wet, but to touch it, it's solid. You rub a hammer across it, it's not tacky at all, although it still looks very, very wet. So yes, this is that. This is the floor. It's actually dried very, very well. I'm quite impressed with the way this has gone. There's no real need to do anything else to it. Now I can just cover it over and that's it. I might give this little area here a bit of a sand where it spilled out, but I don't think it's crucial. I say when you put the carpet back on it, I think you're never going to notice. So yeah, overall I'd give the product, I'd probably give that a 10 out of 10 because I'm very impressed. I'd probably give ease of use, I'd probably say yep, 10 out of 10. The job as a whole, pretty good, pretty simple, and yeah, if this ever happened again anywhere, or if anybody ever asked me, I would highly recommend this product. So I appreciate you all watching my video. Thank you. It's been my very first YouTube attempt, so any likes would be very I'd be very happy with. So yeah, if you found it interesting, please like. Thank you very much. Bye.